innocent
What
person.
makes
or
that
see it.
objective and not subjective? Like, for instance,
Because-
murder would be
because it's
subjective.
universally accepted.
Yeah,
It's
but
universally
it's not
accepted.
though, right? So, for instance, if you take murder, which is the unjustified unaliving of somebody, there are different societies which have criteria for what unjustly unaliving somebody means. So even murder would be subjective, right?
Disproving your own point because before what you consider barbaric acts, then again, are also subjective.
Well, then if
So
that's
you're
the
literally
case, then there's no problem with
barbaric.
colonizing them, right? Because prospectively, everybody's preference is equal. Therefore, they can never do an immoral action against another society.
Well, subjectively, we have like a subjective frame of ethics, right? What gives you the right, like ethically right? What gives you the right?
Well, I'll
ethically?
explain it. So if all you're saying is that all ethics and morals are just perspective and they're only preference based, then you could
Okay.
never make an argument that a larger society's preferences are less valid than a smaller society. So if the bigger society said our
Well,
preference,
mine is right.
our
Well,
preference
mine is
is
right.
no, this is your worldview, not mine. Your
This is
world.
your
So your
worldview,
your
mine is right.
worldview's entailment is everything is preference based. So if everything is preference based, you can't get mad at somebody for colonizing you. That's their preference.
She made me steer off the point. All right, so real quick, Andrew. So yes, there are instances where some may believe that murder is okay. However, that is not the overwhelming majority, right?
Well,
You
no.
stated- you
Hang on,
stated
hang
an
on. I'm not
example.
saying that they're saying murder's okay.
What-
I'm saying they're saying there's different criteria for what a murder
It's
is.
justified, yes. It's correct.
Yeah.
There's different criteria where it's justified.
Yeah,
However,
correct.
the example that you gave is a very small minority relative to universally accepted majority.
Yeah, but why is a universally accepted majority and their preference is more or less valid than a small tribe's?
Because it should be, don't you think?
No,
Don't you
well,
think
it
that
should
is
be
an
is not an argument for justification. Why? Why should it be?
Because murder is simply wrong. That is an objective fact.
How is that
Murder of an innocent
objective
person-
fact? It's just an assertion.
You
I
don't
have
think that
something-
murder is objectively
I
wrong?
want
An innocent
to. I want to
person.
say that not everyone on the
Well,
panel
but
has the same-
regardless of what I believe, making the assertion that it is doesn't mean it is.
Well, no, man. Okay, so what do you think about just ethics in general and like morality? You just think that?
Well, I
it's-
think me personally, I
assertion
think
that
that morality and ethics is objective. However, who cares ultimately? If you say that all morality just boils down to a subjective preference, then you can never make an argument against colonization because their subjective preference for colonizing is just as valid as a subjective preference to not be colonized.
Well, I don't know why you're making the argument that something is subjective, and then you say, "Well, I actually believe that it's subjective."
Well,
You're just being
why
argumentative.
can't I do an internal critique regardless of what my ethical standards are? That makes no sense.
You're not following your own logic.
No, first of all, wait a second. I am following
Yeah.
my own logic. I'm doing an internal critique. So this is what you believe. You believe all ethics and morals are subjective, and if that is the standard, how can
No,
you ever
I
assert
did not say that.
colonization is wrong? I don't
Wait a
get that.
minute. Wait a minute. I said no, I didn't say all. I said certain. A lot of ethics are objective, right? But
Then
there are certain
then
ones
tell
that are
me what
subjective.
makes them objective.
Like being gay, for instance, right?
Yeah.
That is a subjective, whether it's ethically right or wrong. And I'm actually religious, believe it or not.
Yeah, but tell
But-
me what makes it objective. What makes it objectively right or wrong?
When it's an overwhelming majority, not just.
Oh no!
majority,
So
an
wait.
overwhelming
So
majority.
you're appealing
That's
to the
my guideline. I'm
majority.
telling you what my guideline is.
You're
It's-
telling me that if the majority says tomorrow that we're all going to wear swastikas, that means it's morally correct that we do so.
It would be, yes.
Why
it
is it
would,
always
but-
It would be okay. So then, if the overwhelming, so if the overwhelming majority, so hang on, I just want to make sure. So if the overwhelming majority said tomorrow that they can SA whatever women that they want whenever they want, that would be moral, correct?
If as humans we truly believe that, which by the way we would not, then
Yeah, but
yes.
if we did,
there's
then
a
yes.
reason why we don't believe that.
I see.
Why
So
is it always dragging
so
your
as long as
example?
the overwhelming majority believe a thing, then anything that they do is justified
Let
in
me
your
ask you this.
worldview.
Do you think the
That's
overwhelming
insane.
majority-
Sir, do you realize
That's
how
not
insane
insanity.
that
That's
is to say?
Mom, I'm scared.
No,
Come get me.
you know how insane your example is? you're giving an example that is simply not true, right?
Yeah,
That is
hypotheticals are
that's
designed
like
to test the logic. They don't have to be based in reality. The
I
reality
get
is the
that, but you're
extension of
giving
your logic states that if the supermajority of people believe in X, then X is justified and moral, no matter how heinous it is. And I
let me
completely
ask you this. Yes.
Tactical soap from Grondike Soap Company, a game changer in men's grooming. Crafted with natural pheromones, it's designed to elevate your alpha status, masculinity, attractiveness, and charisma. Each bar is meticulously formulated to invigorate your sense and leave you feeling confident and irresistible. Unleash your true potential with Tactical Soap and command attention wherever you go.